Right then, so welcome to a quick review of a VW Sharan. So if you're thinking of buying one of these, we're going to have a quick look around it, we're going to look inside, look at some of its features and some bits that might help you to make a decision whether it's the right car for you. So let's move around to the front of the car first of all. Let's have a look at some of the styling. So as we can see, it's got that typical VW look to it with the headlights, the grille. We've got a big badge at the front there. It's got the radar sensor inside it with some of our lane assist. We'll show you those inside the car in a moment. And it's got, yeah, it's quite a nicely styled car. Let's move up the side. Big, easy access with the front doors. The selling point with this though is the sliding doors for the rear passengers. So very convenient way of getting in and out, particularly in a tight car park. So let's take a quick look inside here. We have got a reasonable amount of room. The passenger seat there is pretty much all the way back and I've still got leg room. I'm 6 foot plus and the seats are quite comfortable. So the one thing we are missing on this particular model is the door itself. We do have to manually close it ourselves. There's no button to push. We do have to do the work ourselves with that, but it is a very easy door to move and opening and closing is not too difficult. Let's have a quick jump out and we'll see that access to the third row of seats is very convenient. When we pull the lever here, the seat moves forward and well out of the way and we can easily get into the back. And once in the back, the seat comes back quite nicely and we can see that a 6 foot plus adult, I can actually sit in the back here. I wouldn't say it's the most comfortable place in the world to be, but these seats at the front here, I'm sorry, the middle row seats, let me show you, they do move forward and back. And we do have some adjustment here. There's quite a lot of adjustment in fact. So that's with it in its all the way back position and I just about had enough leg room in the back seat there, and as I said, just a little over 6 foot. So let's close this door, quick look in the boot. So this one, it does have the manual boot, but as you can see it's a big heavy boot, but it does lift itself quite nicely and up out of the way, and 6 foot and I can walk underneath it, which is quite nice, quite handy. So in the back space here we do have a screen which sits in two different positions in fact. We've got the back seats here, these fold forwards. In fact, let's get this right out of the way and show you. So the seats do fold nicely forward there and provide quite a bit of boot space there. Both of those go forward, and of course the seats in front, they also go forward. Let me show you how much boot space you get with that. So you can see there quite a bit of space. If all 5 of those seats were folded flat, that is one heck of a boot space, and they're very easy to manoeuvre. Not like the original Sharan where you actually, if you can remember the car, physically take the seats out and store them in your garage or your living room, depending where you lived. Right then, with the seats back in their upright position, I've just put this shade in, and forgot to mention that shade also goes in an advanced position there. So when you've got the back row of seats down, you can have this shade pulled all the way across the back of the car there if you're having that big boot space, which is quite convenient. With this model there is no electronic close. That's probably where it ought to be, but the boot lid really does close quite easily. It's obviously a big heavy piece of kit, but it's very easy to move. Let's have a quick look inside the driving position. So in this car we have what seems very old-fashioned, a key which goes in the key slot. Right then, so we've got a multi-function steering wheel, which is quite nice. It does have a flat bottom there, gives us plenty of leg room. Right then, so we've got on the steering wheel here, we've got this is all about the change. We've got the telephone setting there, voice control. We've got a button here to scroll through the options on the dashboard there, and then over this side we've got what have we got here? We've got cruise control, and we've got a radar, so that's the following distance. We can adjust the following distance between us and the vehicle in front, and of course that only works on straighter pieces of road, not so well round corners and over bumps. And we can adjust our cruise control very conveniently here with the plus and the minus. So inside the car we've also got 3-zone air conditioning. So we've got air conditioning for the rear of the car, and also we've got dual zone. Let's turn the ignition on. Dual zone aircon, which we can sync both sides. We can change the temperature. So yeah, we've got rear setting as well, or we can just stick it onto auto and it'll automatically sync for us. And we've got a nice in-car display in the middle here. We've got sat nav, we've got our phone connectivity and radio, everything there. We've even got a CD player with an old-fashioned eject button on it. So very easy car to drive, very comfortable car to drive. Let's take it out on the road and show you what we mean by that. Okay, so inside the car then we've got an automatic gearbox in this particular car. Plenty of cup holders, I should have mentioned that earlier on. We've got a couple of cup holders in the centre here with a cover over them. We've got a cubby space here, we've got huge door pockets either side. We've got a rather pathetic little storage space there, but that does have a 12-volt and a USB in it as well. And we've got a 12-volt socket on the outside here too, which is handy. So automatic, we've also got auto hold function, electronic handbrake, parking brake. So it has got all the modern accessories that you expect from an automatic car. So let's put the seatbelt on and give it a try. So foot on the foot brake to start it up. So the gear selector, we've just got a safety button on the front and we just pull it into D position, which again does feel a little bit dated now, but is a late 2019 car. Okay, so on the move, it's just very comfortable. It's got the petrol engine, this particular car, 1.4 petrol engine. It does have a turbo. Good brakes too. Right then, here we go. Let's follow its young, smaller cousin. Right then, so it goes up through the gears quite nicely. We do have flappy paddles on the steering wheel. Not the sort of car that you'd expect to put into sports mode and start throwing it around country lanes, but everyone likes a flappy paddle gearbox. The trim inside the car, well, it's not leather, but it is very comfortable. And the seats, it's quite an upright seating position. You do feel in a quite a comfortable position here, and as we're going to see with the speed bump, it does just go very nicely over the speed bumps. It is quite a large car compared to other cars in the class. It is quite large. It's more along the lines of a Ford Galaxy. There are other people carriers available, and really the main Galaxy, the Galaxy is its main competition, along with the Seat of course, which is designed alongside it and looks virtually identical to it. Okay, so I'm just going to get off of this road with the speed bumps and we'll have a little bit of a look at what the car can do. Let's turn into the side road here. So not much roll to the body for a huge car. It's about 1.7 tonnes. There's not much roll around the corners. Putting our foot down for a petrol engine, it does pick up. It's going to brake quite sharply into this corner, and we can feel it's got plenty of stopping power. Okay, so sharp turn here, and the front end does really point nicely through the corners, and we can go up through the gears and make good progress. Okay, so for quite a large car, it is quite easy to drive around town. It's not that huge, it's a lot narrower than a lot of the larger vehicles here, Range Rovers for example. It does drive and feel very similar to your average large saloon car. Just you've got the advantage of the extra row of seats in the back. Right then, so I hope you've enjoyed this quick review of a VW Sharan. Be sure to subscribe to the channel, and if you like what you see, don't forget you can buy me a coffee. There's a link in the description.